Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Colleen. Um, I know it's been a while. Not that everybody watches my videos anyways that's subscribed to me, but the 20 something of you that are, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope that you're all doing the best right now. I am not in California anymore. It's been 6 months. Since I went out to California the first time, and I am back in Illinois. I came back on the 20th at I got into the airport at like 3 in the morning, but so when I went out to California, I started to do better for myself as much as I could while I was out there. I got a job at a landfill and I busted my ass while I was there. Not many females can keep up working at a landfill, and I was like the only one there, and it kind of sucked at times. And I ended up quitting because my boss sexually harassed me, and he was doing it for a while and making me feel really uncomfortable. So I ended up making a report about it. And I'm glad I did, because I would hate for him to do that to somebody else. And from my understanding, there was a girl before me that he was being creepy with too. The cycle's got to stop somewhere, and cycles stop with me. So, but during my stay out there, like a week after I got out to California, my kid's dad and me were talking, like I told him, I'm like, if we're going to co-parent or do whatever we do, you need to at least be respectful to me and stuff like that. And he ended up wanting to still talk and be intimate and, like just be together or try to be together. And so the whole time I was there, I pretty much, thought we were working towards something. And basically, like a month ago, I told him, I'm like, look, I can't be without my kid no more. I can't be without Milo. I miss him. I miss you. I want to see him start school, and I'm entitled to that. I'm a good mom. And I always have been, and I always will be, despite the circumstances that I'm dealing with right now. I've never had him taken away from me or anything like that. I don't have any issues with, drugs or rehab or anything. And, I feel for those that do go through stuff like that with their children, and I wish for the best. But basically, he gave me $100. I told him, don't worry about giving me anything for my birthday, which is on the 31st. I'm like, just give me some money to get back with, and that'll be fine. He gave me $100 to get back from the airport with. I got the plane ticket, and 3 days, he said something like 6 days before I came out, being like, you can't come back. Like, I had already got the plane ticket less than a week before I came out here. He's like, you can't come back. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we've talked about this. I'm like, why can't I come back? I'm like, I'm not staying here, dude. Like, I'm like, my son's there, and I told you, I'm like, either we can stop talking for years or months or however it takes for me to get visitation and custody, and we don't need to be in each other's lives, and we stop talking, or I come back and we figure this out and we be a family. I'm tired of doing this. I miss my kid. So he went with me coming back, and he sent me the $100. And then 3 days before I came back, I was helping my mother pack because my parents are moving to a new house too. And it's hectic for them because they've been renting the same place for 19 years, and they finally they bought a house, and I'm really happy for them. So it was hectic all around. And then he was like, no, you can't come back. I'm packing, and he's like, no, you can't come back. You cannot come back. And I'm like, I'm coming back, dude. There's no way. I'll pitch a tent in your yard. I need to see my kids start school. And he hung up on me. He hung up on me, and I hadn't heard from him for days and days and days. He wouldn't pick up his phone. He didn't block me, which is weird. Normally does, but he wouldn't respond. Still won't pick up his phone. The only thing he's picked up his phone to say to me, and texted me once, that he was putting my shit outside, the shit that I told him that I could have friends come and get after I moved to California. And 3 days before I'm coming back, or whatever, 2 days, you're gonna tell me you're putting my shit outside when you know I can come get it. I found out today he didn't put it outside. He would have had to pay for it, but either way, fucking have been here staying with some good friends, the friends that I was staying with before I went out to fucking California. And they brought me over to the house today, and he pulled up in the car with my son, and his parents were in the car, and he just kept telling me, leave, 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 leave. Like, he wanted me to come out in October for some reason, a month from when basically from when I got the plane ticket. And it's just like, why a month? Like, he couldn't communicate anything with me, dude. Anything. And it hurt. Like, just the fact that he's saying, no, never mind, you can't come out after I've already done so much to try to get rides and my plane ticket and everything. And then all of a sudden, like, he won't even give me a reason. And it's abuse. It really is. It's abuse. Like, it's mentally abusive. And then whenever I'm texting him and I'm calling him and I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean? What's going on with my son? Like, I was video chatting him every day almost, unless we would argue whenever I was in California. So why can't I even video chat my son now? And it's just like, he's punishing me. He's punishing me for coming back too early and not coming back in October and not listening to him, dude. And it's fucking with me. Like, I walked up to the car whenever I got to the park because me and my friend were sitting out front of his trailer, and they pulled ahead of us. Like, we were there for 5 minutes and I was knocking on the door, and him and his parents must have gone to the store because they walked out with bags. But I saw my son's face. I walked up to the car, and even though he was telling me to leave, dude, I saw my son's face for like a split second, and he was like looking around, like all confused. He heard my voice. I'm like, hi, baby. You know, like, it was so awesome to just see him, even if it was for a fucking split second, man. And he slammed the door in my face, and he called the police and blah, blah, blah. I told them the story, and they were real nice to me. And my county is kind of weird. LaSalle County, Illinois is a little bit weird with the police sometimes, but they were really understanding. And I told him what happened and what I've been going through, and the fact that I feel like he's been messing with my head, and I'm trying to be in a good headspace, and he just keeps fucking with me. And I'm going to keep trying. Like I've always been saying, I'm going to keep trying. I'm not giving up. And Ricky, if you see this video, I'm coming for my baby. And anybody else that is going through something similar, don't stop and don't give up. You can do it. If I have to go through this, I'm in a fucked up mindset right now, but I'm trying to be cool. If I can go through this, you can too. And you can get through it. Because one day I will, one way or another. And I'm not going to put up with this for the rest of my life. Nobody should have to. I love my child, and I will be there for him. And I will be there for him in a couple days when he starts school. But my time is coming to an end with this video. Y'all have a good evening. Bye, guys.